The opportunity to race Canyon's 100K on my home trails is really special, just with the pride and the history that is in this place in Auburn, California. It is the endurance capital of the world, they say, and I do take a lot of pride in being from here or transplanted here and spending a lot of time and miles out on these trails. My name's Cole Watson and I'm from Rancho Cordova, California.
I've been doing this little warm-up like since college, and I used to think it was so dumb, and then as I got older I realized like how much it kind of just helped like get the old rusty truck going.
Today's workout was my last major workout, kind of 10 days out from the Canyon's 100K. I started with a 90-minute warm-up just on some easy trails, and then I went into uphill workout of 5 by 3 minutes with 1 minute uphill power hike. So you're pretty much just going up, up, up the whole time. Then I just cooled down back to the bottom and yeah. The reason I did the 90-minute warm-ups was to just really depreciate those glycogen stores a little bit and really work on some fatigue resistance type stuff, you know, for later on in these longer races. So today's workout applies to the race and the fact that you have to be really good between switching from a running cadence to a hiking cadence, and they're using different types of mechanisms, different muscles, and they're firing differently, and that is something that has always made me a little bit uncomfortable and thrown me off, is when I'm running and I'm in a groove on flat ground or relatively flat ground, and then I gotta switch to something really steep, and it's just irrational to try and run it, so I have to hike. And switching back and forth between running and hiking is something that I think throws people a lot off, me definitely, and so it's something that I've kind of had to force myself to get a little bit more comfortable doing. The Canyon 100K being in my backyard here, I feel like I know every rock and stick and turn and what's under all of them. I fancy myself as a bit of more of a rhythm runner, and there's a lot of elements on this course where you can get in a groove. Like there's a lot of extended flat sections. A lot of the climbing comes in relatively short, steep increments. A lot of it is pretty hard packed, not very rocky. If you know the course well and know when to pick your moments and when to hold back, you can do really well here. Yeah, we drop a really steep descent around here and go down there, and that's where the Mammoth Bar Aid Station is, right there. I'm inspired to do this race because the unique challenge that it provides. I've never done 200Ks so close together. I felt so good after Black Canyon, and this Canyon's 100Ks on my home trails, so I wanted to give it a go. Yeah, I've had a lot of close races at some of these golden ticket races. In 2020, my first 100K was Bandera. I led for a majority of that race and ended up getting third in the last 2 miles. I ran Canyon's 100K in 2021. Again, was in the mix, top 3 for most of the race, and ended up fading to 5th. Later that year, in 2021, I ran my first 100-miler, which was Javelina 100. Ran that whole race in 3rd place, and you know, there wasn't much change. Signed up for Black Canyon in 2023, and you know, I took a big swing and maybe was counting my cards while I was still at the table again, and ended up in 4th place. So I've had a lot of close calls in these races, but I pride myself in always being in the mix and being competitive and always being a threat to the podium. My goals for the Canyon 100K are number one, to finish. I think that's always like my baseline goal, but to be honest, like I gotta win one of these. I don't wanna just get the ticket and settle for second or get it passed down to third or fourth or whatever. I really wanna bring one home and apply all of the hardships that I've had, take all the failures and use them for good, and really, you know, break the tape on this one.